Sharon's here. I am so glad you joined me today. It's good to see you. By the way, have y'all gotten in all of your entries for the big beauty giveaway that I'm having? Well, if you haven't, you need to do it today, girlfriends. You need to go to my website at SharonKPart.com, fill out the entry form. It'll show you how you can be eligible for lots of entries, as extra entries as well. So be sure and go check that out. They need to be in by December 1st because I'm announcing the winners on December 3rd. Okay? Now, moving right along. Today, I am going to talk to you about 5 different ways you can winterize your skin. And I'm going to tell you the things you should do and the things you shouldn't do, okay? To all of you that are new subscribers today, thank you so much for joining me. Part of my tribe, girlfriends, and I like that a lot. So I want you to scroll on down and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and see the little bell next to it. Click that bell. It'll notify you of all my upcoming videos, and I generally film on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, okay? Thanks so much. So without further ado, let's get started on the 5 ways to winterize our skin this year, okay? Okay, so let's look at it this way. When winter's here, we get dry, flaky, cracked skin. We get chapped. Sometimes we get dry patches. Sometimes we get rashes due to the real cold, freezing, air, especially the ones up north. So I want to show you all the different things you can do to save your skin. So if you simply think that adding an extra layer or an extra coat of moisturizer is going to help, think again. That is not going to help you one bit. The one thing we need to think about is we still have to use our sunscreen, and at least 50 plus. And let me tell you why. I know you're thinking, well, it gets dark, Sharon. We don't have as many rays coming in our windows, and it's cloudy outside all the time. Why do we need our sunscreen? No, the rays are just as strong and can still peek through the clouds, okay, and they can still enter your windows. And they can still attack you while you're in your car driving. It doesn't matter what time of the year. You still need that sunscreen day and night, like I've told you. So we're not going to stop our sunscreen. It helps keep our skin moist anyway. It helps fill in lines and wrinkles as long as you're using the sunscreen moisturizer. So that's very important. You've got to stick with the sunscreen. That's first and foremost. Okay, the one thing is we've got to keep our skin moisturized. That's number 2, okay? Now, it doesn't mean to over-moisturize because your skin can just take in so much. After you put on one layer of moisturizer, and you don't have to make it a heaping layer, you can make it moderate just like you do now. That's going to be plenty. Just so much can enter the barrier of your skin here. So if you just pile it on, it's not helping, and you're wasting your money on trying to do that. So we want to keep well moisturized, but you don't have to pack it on. You don't have to put a second coat on, and you don't have to go all out with something ultra hydrating. But I do say make sure it is hydrating type moisturizer. And we're going to have to go for more moisturizers that have oil in them, because you're going to need all of that hydration depending on whether you're dry or dehydrated. We're going to need a little more oil in our moisturizers in the winter. The moisturizer is going to help us with a transdermal layer and with the lipids and all of this. So it's very, very important that you use the right moisturizer for your skin type, because you could end up with transdermal water loss. So we've got to keep hydrated and moisturized constantly. The next thing is really consider using the right serums before you put your moisturizer on. Now, of course, you can still use your peptides. You can use your hyaluronic acid, definitely. But there are other serums that you can use. So whatever serums you do, make sure they're hydrating. Make sure they'll penetrate the barrier of the skin, go down, past the epidermis if possible, ladies, with your serums. And then when you put your moisturizer over, you've got more hydration. Do not forget that hyaluronic acid. I'm very partial to Skin Medica HA5. It's very potent, strong stuff. And the hyaluronic acid is fantastic. You even feel a coolness to your skin and last all day, girlfriends, okay? The next moisturizer I would just like to suggest to you is Obagi Luxe Cream. It is absolutely rich and potent, and it keeps your skin smooth and soft. You know, we're going to kind of have to rearrange our system a little bit in the winter. For instance, if you're using a gel-based wash, a cleanser, you might want to switch it over to something more milky. Do you see what I'm saying? More hydrating that way, richer, more nourishing. Because that's what it's all about. It is nourishing and hydrating that skin through the winter months. Of course, a very nourishing cream is, if you want to go nice and clean, I say Guerlain has the most fantastic milky cleanser. Dermalogica, fantastic milky cleanser. The next one that I'm really enjoying right now is Laroche-posay, and it's the one for gentle skin. Of course, we cannot forget our masking. You will probably mask more in the winter than you do in the summer. Of course, me, nothing changes as far as the masking. I'm masking every day. But you want some very hydrating mask. Get a lot of hyaluronic acid mask. You can get serum type mask, would be great. You can get the royal jelly. You can get the Manuka honey. All of these are super hydrating, and you want that type of mask because you want to keep putting in moisture and hydration into the skin. And those are the ones that I suggest. Let's not go buck wild and you know, use anything else but super hydrating mask. A mask I like is the Estee Lauder mask. I am so freaking crazy about the deep penetration luminous mask that Tasha has. Oh my God! That is just beyond. But there are other masks, not as comparable as those two because they're pretty potent masks, but you can get some extremely good hydrating mask off Amazon and in TJ Maxx. Also, don't forget to increase your exfoliation a little bit, both mild and then what I call pretty strong at the end of the week. The reason being is, no matter what serums or moisturizers or creams or masks you put on the dead skin cells on top of your skin, it's not going to help it penetrate. It's not going to get down deep enough to give you any hydration or moisture or protection. So I implore you to do light exfoliation. I don't care whether you use a polishing cloth. You can use the Neutrogena and a little handheld polisher. You can use, like I said, the washi cloth as well. When you wash your face, you get those, you know, from Guerlain. I have a lot of Turkish washcloths as well that are nice for exfoliation. I use the rice powder for mild exfoliation. That's from Tatcha. Best ever. You know, you can use your Clarisonic. Don't overdo it in the winter, but the Clarisonic is excellent for that. So I would prefer that you lay off your dermabrasion except once a month in the winter. I do implore you 1 day a week to use your glycolic acid or glycolic wash. That's the best. I think lactic acids are great, but the glycolic penetrates the epidermis and goes down to the dermis. And we all know that it's now proven that glycolic acid can increase collagen. It can help with collagen. So by all means, I'm kind of a glycolic kind of gal, okay? So I implore you to do that. A glycolic acid that's affordable is the alpha glycolic. I have it in my Amazon store. You might want to check it out. Well, for 14%. I just take a cotton pad after I cleanse my face at night, and I put the glycolic acid on the cotton pad, wipe it all over my face. That's it. Dries up a little bit. Then I put my moisture on it, and boom. Leave it alone, okay? Wash it off in the morning and start over, okay? But do not use glycolic acid with your Retin-A or your retinol. Nada, okay? Okay, the next thing is you need to seal in your moisture as quickly as possible. I don't know whether you all realize it, but you only have a 60-second window from the time you wash your face, okay, till the time you get that moisturizer on. 60 seconds is not long. So while you wash your face, it's still damp, take your toner, wipe it all over your face. While it's still wet, take your essence 2 to 4 times while it's wet, okay, and then immediately start to seal. If you want to put in serums and everything, fabulous, okay? But at the end, if you end it with whether it's oil or a moisturizer, that's great. Now, what my suggestion is in the winter, after you have put on all your night serums, your eye creams, your everything else that you're going to do as quickly as you can, then the next thing I want you to think about doing is taking an oil. You know, any type of oil you like. Of course, I love cacao oil. I love sunflower oil. I like borage. I like sometimes rosehip seed oil, but I've kind of gotten away from that a little bit. Tasha has a fabulous oil. Oh, the camellia oil is the bomb. But anyway, oil of your choice. Marula's fine. It's a little thicker, but it does penetrate deeper, okay? But let's just talk about putting on an oil, and then what you want to do is put on a moisturizer. Now, some people say, can I put the moisturizer on first and then the oil? Yes, you can. It doesn't matter which way you do it first. And if you put on moisturizer, don't pack it on. Do like I said, just put your regular nice little layer on. Then you can put your oil over that to seal all the moisture in. I like it better doing that. I like it better to put the moisturizer on after I have all my serums in. Just pat it all together. Then I get my oil and seal the final deal with the oil. Then I go to bed, okay? Now, these are on what you call your non-retin-A nights I'm talking about. On your retin-A nights, you're just going to do your retin-A, and you can put moisturizer on it if you want. I always do not do that, okay, myself, and my skin is fine. But you can do that, because I already have moisture, you know, on my retin-A nights before anyway. And another thing is licking your lips in the winter, and it's so common, we'll all go, and it brings a lot of hydration for that moment. But what happens is, with all the saliva and everything, it's drying out your lips. So you can try the Blistex Complete Moisture. That's inexpensive. You can get it at the drugstore. The La Mer lip balm is great. Love it. I use it sometimes. My very favorite is the Nukes lip balm. And I'll try to have that listed down below for you. But the Nukes is fantastic, because you can carry it in your purse, you can carry it with you. It's inexpensive. It's a nice, hydrating product. But you want to keep all the moisture on your lips that you can. Do not go without your lipsticks, and keep trying to apply nice moisturized lipsticks and put gloss on top. Everything is hydrating, do you see? But I want you to use your balms at night, imperative. And if it starts to wear out, carry your Blistex in the car and keep that on your lips until you start your night care, okay? So I think it just is a little bit of common sense here that we need to be able to take care of winterize our skin. And these are the 5 ways that I think you should do it. So, my ladies, we don't want to get chapped, and we don't want to get dry and look all crazy. So that is exactly what I'll do. I'll try listing some of the things down below for you. And I think most of you know kind of what to do and where to go with this. If you have any questions, I have my email address down below. Please feel free to contact me. So I want to thank each and every one of you new subbies for joining me. Mwah, 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 mwah. I just love you, girls. I'm having so much fun with you. You guys are characters. And to all of my subscribers, I love you to death. And I want you to stay sassy, classy, and confident. And give me a big thumbs up on this video.